Here on Capitol Hill, state and local officials are expressing some frustration that people are not listening to recommendations for appropriate social distancing and staying at home.
It's been quite the ride.
Senator Luz Escamilla is recovering after testing positive for novel coronavirus. The Salt Lake County Health Department is now tracing where she may have gotten it, as members of the legislature and staffers are starting to self-isolate as a precaution. Senator Escamilla says she first started experiencing symptoms the Monday after the session ended, and by Friday she was in the ER.
It was scary. The unknown is very scary, but I think beyond social distancing, quarantine, being able to quarantine and be isolated probably is the safest thing for you and your loved ones and everybody else.
State officials continue to urge social distancing as the pandemic continues.
We are continuing to see an increase in cases daily here in Utah. We haven't seen that exponential growth, thankfully.
But this incident at the airport, where Latter-day Saint missionaries returned home to crowds ignoring health recommendations to stay 6 feet apart and avoid gatherings of 10 or more people, has upset state officials. The governor, lieutenant governor, and Salt Lake City's mayor have rebuked it.
That puts everyone's lives at stake. It really defeats the purpose of bringing these missionaries home in the first place.
Mayor Erin Mendenhall says steps have been taken to ensure it doesn't happen again. She says orders to keep people home are still on the table.
I will be looking at more stringent guidelines, but I'd prefer to do those in cooperation with our county and with our state if possible, because Salt Lake City doesn't exist in a bubble.
Right now, the governor has strongly discouraged groups of 10 or more.
Those types of gatherings cannot be happening. That will cause the spread of COVID-19, and we want to make sure that people maintain social distance. I mean, we're in this for the long haul. These social distancing measures are going to have to be a way of life for Utahns and for the U.S. for the next several months. And so we need to start adjusting to that.
Senator Escamilla says after what she's experienced, she thinks stricter measures may be needed to keep people home.
I personally think they should. I believe we're at a place where if we don't flatten that curve, we're going to have to deal with serious consequences.
Now, the state's COVID-19 task force continues to strongly recommend that people stay home, especially people who are immunocompromised or over the age of 60. Any stricter orders continue to be evaluated. Live on the Hill, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.